And Candy.
And we here to give you that boss candy for your Dallas Cowboys sweet tooth.
Sit back, relax, and get ready for the show.
Let's go.
Under the lights, you look so amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated. Or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get too close, my baby might let you take me back.
Man, it's a lot to talk about today. We still trying to win this championship.
Super Bowl?
Yeah, the whole thing. So we got these Giants coming up. Huh?
I heard a little bit of apprehension.
A little bit.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it. See, because do you want me to lie to you? You want me to tell the truth?
Tell the truth, always.
I'ma always tell the truth. Just a little bit of apprehension. All that means is we got stuff we gotta clean up, right?
Right.
I would feel 100% confident if we already had it cleaned up, but we not there yet. So we still got to address the issues. So it's what it is. It's what it is. I'm excited about today's show though. Y'all come on in the building, man. We got Boss Candy in the house. We'll talk some football. And so how you feeling today, Miss Candy?
I feel great.
Great?
Well, I feel great, but I don't feel great about the last week. I don't feel terrible.
You don't feel terrible?
Optimistic.
You feeling optimistic? Gotcha.
I feel like I always feel optimistic.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
See, you might be a homer.
Wait, what's the homer?
Yeah, where, you know, the sky always blue. You know, there's nothing wrong. Everything is okay, boss.
No. The sky's not always blue.
All right.
It has hints of purple.
I see y'all coming in the building. All right, so we got Candy in the building, man. And what's up, everybody? I see y'all in here. Say what's up to a few people. My boy Big Dow said Cursing Lewis need less reps.
Well, he came in hot. Ready.
Yeah, I love it. Boys is trying to win. I love it. That's the energy I'm talking about. John said, what's up? James said, see, this is what I love about Boss Cowboy Sports. People coming in with ideas. They coming in the door like, let's go. He said, boss, Michael needs to be middle linebacker. So now we gonna talk about all that because there's a lot of ideas going around. But I want to kind of get into some stuff that's been kind of coming out today, some clues that I'm picking up. And Candy don't know where I'm going, so this is gonna be very spontaneous to her. We do that to each other though, where she sometimes introduce stuff I have no idea is getting ready to be on the channel, and I do her like that too. We just go keep it real. So
We're gonna shock together. Let's go.
So the first thing that I heard today came from John Machota. All right.
Okay.
And he was on 105.3 The Fan. So I want to play some things and we go just kind of discuss it. Because like we say, we in trying to win mode. So, but I heard some good news. I'm going to play it and then we go just kind of talk about it.
Okay.
This is John Machota on The Fan. Here we go.
One nice thing about this opponent is this shouldn't be a close game on Sunday. And so it should give you plenty of opportunities to iron things out like that, get Brandin Cooks more involved.
And he said that on his own. So he talking about with the Giants. that this is a game to get Brandin Cooks involved, but he continued. Listen.
And kind of get yourself a roll and close the gap on some of those issues offensively.
John Machota with us in the GBag Nation. You bring up Brandin Cooks. That's where I wanted to go next because we're out there at Oxnard. Brandin Cooks looked great. You see Dak Prescott throwing to him deep. It looks like they've got a good rapport, a good connection. McCarthy's asked about it. He gets a little bit defensive, it seemed. What's your take on the way Brandin Cooks has been used in his role within the offense?
Well, since you bring up training camp, I'll just say this. If I walked up to you at the end of watching one of those camp practices and I told you we'd get through the halfway through the season and Brandin Cooks wouldn't have a catch more than 25 yards, I don't think you would have believed me at all. That's the one I keep going back to and looking at. It's like, for me, it's not just this game on Sunday. This isn't just, let's point at the Brandin Cooks lack of involvement because they lost against the Eagles. It's not that for me. It's when you look at his numbers through. He missed the one game because of the knees, but he still played in 7 games, and you just look at where his numbers are at, and I don't see a guy that I'm like, he's just at the end of his career. He has nothing left to offer. He is still a good wide receiver. Something has to get figured out there. And I will say too, though, this is not just a Cowboys issue. I was watching, that Steelers game on Thursday, and George Pickens is needs to get the ball more, and that's an issue out there. And they're asking Mike Tomlin about that constantly, and they're bringing that up because his answers sound very similar to what Mike McCarthy and coaches were saying when CD wasn't, happy about not getting the ball against the 49ers. I get it that there's only one ball to go around and all that, but 7 games is a pretty good sample size. And for Brandin Cooks not to be a bigger part of the offense, that just leaves you scratching your head. So I will say, because it has become such a big topic this week, I would not be surprised if they're forcing him the ball. They say they're not going to do.
Wait. It's a lot in that. It's a lot in that. So let's first start with the fact. Huh?
I said I'm over here looking at stats while I'm listening to it. Go ahead.
I'll say this. All right. I want y'all to hear me out. He basically telling you that your voice matter if you listen close. Mm-hmm. If you listen close. But it's a couple of things that's going on. Like people sitting around like trying to scratch their head like what's going on with Brandin Cooks. Because see, all of us, I went to training camp. Anybody that put eyes on him at training camp saw that dude. But you're not seeing him. All right. But then he says something that's interesting, and I want to talk about this. I'm going to play it again and see if anybody caught it.
I will say, because it has become such a big topic this week, I would not be surprised if they're forcing him the ball. They say they're not going to do that, but I would not be surprised if he gets, 6-7 targets on Sunday. But
can I play that again?
Go ahead.
Size. And for Brandin Cooks not to be a bigger part of the offense, that just leaves you scratching your head. So I will say, because it has become such a big topic this week, I would not be surprised if they're forcing him the ball. They say they're not going to do that, but I would not be surprised if he gets, 6-7 targets on Sunday. But that has to get worked out. I don't really.
That's clearly saying that, according to him and how he see it, and I see it the same way. Mm-hmm. The Dallas Cowboys are very conscious of public pressure.
Yeah.
And it already worked for one of our guys, CeeDee Lamb. What's your thoughts? Let me just pause. I've been hogging. What's your thoughts?
I agree. I don't know if you're gonna play Mike McCarthy's outburst. Well, I won't call it an outburst. I could. But
I got it. You want me to play it? I can pull it up. Where he got snappy.
Yes.
I'll pull it. Let me go pull it. Go ahead. But what? I'll pull it while you're talking.
But basically, I kind of agree with what he's saying. We might see more from Brandin Cooks, but also I think the Dallas Cowboys were playing around with the offense, trying to see what exactly works, what all that he could do. Like when I was surprised that we had Turpin, playing at running back, all of that apparently was a part of Mike McCarthy's game plan, moving these pieces around on the chessboard to see who fits where and who could play best in what position on the field. So I don't know. I saw a couple of people on Twitter last game complaining about Brandin Cooks, not getting the ball as often, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more nefarious than what you think. Shout out to my boy Landlord. Yeah, I think it's way more nefarious than what you think. I think this is Stephen Jones meddling again. Because it makes no common sense. It's nothing common sense about this. And I'm going to prove it. I'm going to show y'all some stuff. Because he kept talking. And you got to listen when these boys, when they talking. But the key thing he said is the public pressure is likely going to make him get his targets.
And he's probably right. Because to me, most of our offense this season hasn't really made sense. That's why I'm like, it's a part of some big grand scheme where they're testing things out.
Testing? See, you've been too nice. This is worse than testing. You think this is test? I don't think it's testing. I think this is stubbornness. I think this is front office stubbornness.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because we haven't had a straight game plan with our running back, straight game plan with our wide receivers. To me, our offense has kind of been all over the board except for these last two games. And the most consistency we've seen has been, in my opinion, the last two games between Dak and CD. Other than that, we don't know what's coming from our offense.
And see, I'll say this. What happened about 4 weeks ago? Who was complaining? And what started happening when he was complaining? All of us were sitting here like, bro, what are y'all doing? Not target. And then remember Jerry Jones came on and it was like, I don't really want us to over target CeeDee Lamb. Right? But then all of a sudden they targeting the hell out of CeeDee Lamb. He had 16 targets this previous game. I thought you wanted the ball to get spread around though, Jerry. So the public pressure, in my opinion, is why we seeing more of CeeDee Lamb. And I really do wholeheartedly believe that our front office is too manipulative. I think we trying to have it all too much.
What do you mean by that?
So we want to win a Super Bowl, but we want to win a Super Bowl while trying to get all these players to take friendly deals, right? So sometimes I think we get manipulative to where we start trying to influence the outcome, similar to what happened with Amari Cooper. We wanted CeeDee Lamb to be the new 88, so we influenced the outcome. We started targeting CeeDee Lamb and under-targeting Amari.
Right.
It's where we want it all. We want to win it with our draft guys. We don't want to win it with our free agents. It's not just about winning it. It's about winning it the way that they want to win it. That's what I mean by they trying to have it all.
Okay.
Yeah. And I wholeheartedly believe that. But then I'm going to give y'all a clue from John Machota. And I see your super chat. Hold on, let me go and take this super chat now. I usually save these. I'm going to take it now. Because we take super chats in the segment. He said, yo, fam, come on. This is a contractual by player versus salary. The naked eye can see this whole situation. They know who can play better than others. And thank you, Chop. Chop, we not crazy. Good point, Chop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but then it's like, he just ain't getting the ball. Nah, I ain't buying it. It.
I mean, Mike McCarthy kind of said it. Like, everything is a part of our gameplay. If you think Dak is just out there scrambling around, that was a big conversation. Oh, Dak's just running around. And Mike McCarthy came out and said that's a part of our gameplay. Like, nothing is just sporadic. It's playing.
Man, we gonna get into that too. And I'm glad you raised that. I got a very good boy. I could go right to that right now, but I'm gonna pause.
You sure?
I want to.
You want to wait?
No, let me. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. Damn it! Let's go ahead and get to that right now, and then we go get just to your point, because I'm gonna show y'all something. If you go, hold on. Let me go pull it up first. All right, hold on.
I see the excitement in the eyes.
Nah, cause I like facts. I don't like woo. I like to prove it. I don't like, to give opinions. I want to show you. Give me 1 second to pull it up. So I'm gonna show y'all something real quick that's interesting. All right, it's very interesting to me. So I wasn't planning to do this exactly right now, so I'm gonna go a little bit off script. And I see y'all super chats. I'm putting them to the side because we go take them. We go take them in as they come, right? But I want to show y'all something real quick. All right. Thank y'all for being patient as I set this up. So, if you go to 105.3 The Fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
In 1 second. Let me show y'all something. So if you go to 105.3 The Fan, one of their titles that they have is it time to hand the Cowboys offense to Dak Prescott? Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to play some of that and we going to go through it and talk about it.
My big question for the day is about the Cowboys' identity. Normally coaches are terrified. Jason Garrett never really wanted to. Coaches don't like to name their identity a lot of times, at least Cowboy coaches. But Mike McCarthy, from day one, after showing Kellen Moore the door, had no hesitation in saying, our identity is defense first, run game, protect the football. Defense is the strength of this team. And yesterday we asked Jerry Jones, based upon Dak's last game, based upon the way Dak has been playing, based upon your run game, based upon your defense, is it time to change the identity? Is it time to flip the script of what Mike McCarthy wants the Dallas Cowboys to be? I already know Bobby's pre-scripted answer. I'm very sure of your answer, but you go first.
In terms of what they want the identity to be or what I think the identity should be? Because the identity should be the quarterback. That generally teams, their identity is their quarterback. I don't think Mike McCarthy was having identity discussions with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, he's not Dak Prescott.
Well, I know that's there again. Therein lies the issue. Like if Mike doesn't trust him, that's a problem. It's on Mike to trust him.
I don't know whether he just had a total lack of faith in the running game against Philly, but in a lot of those fourth down situations, he did put the ball in Dak's hands. There was trust there. It may have been, I know we're not going to pick this up. I got no other option. Look, man, this is going to be a test of Mike McCarthy's stubbornness.
It's a test of Mike McCarthy's stubbornness. So that's basically accusing Mike McCarthy of being stubborn to the run game. But let me keep going.
Bill Belichick changes and adapts as the season goes along, right? We've heard this over and over and over and over, how Bill uses the first 4 weeks as a feeling out.
Yeah.
Then he changes, then he tries to perfect.
Yep, that's fine.
In the second half. Mike McCarthy's plan, which I initially agreed with, was to take the ball a little bit more out of Dak's hands, have a special defense, fantastic running game with burst, and control the ball to beat San Francisco, Philadelphia in the playoffs. You don't have a special defense. You have no running game.
Right.
Dak is playing well, so you got to switch.
He said you got to switch.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
See, but this is the problem with that. Mike McCarthy has already switched.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically presented like Mike McCarthy is a problem when he already has switched to Dak Prescott being the offense. OC in the building. What's up, OC? All right, so let me get back to it real quick because I'm gonna show y'all something that's very important and why you got to have an independent mind, and you got to understand that you got to cross-reference everybody.
Have to adapt. You have to swallow your pride.
So he got to swallow his pride, even though he's obviously already swallowed his pride because he has not been leaning on the run game for the last 3 weeks.
Right.
Versus Philly, Dak threw the ball 45 times.
And say, okay, I'm going to live and die with the quarterback because the other factors of my team are not what I thought that they were going to be. That's my opinion. Let's see if Mike McCarthy does it.
I mean, part of it is McCarthy. Honestly,
Yeah, let me be clear so I don't give Bobby full satisfaction.
let me be clear.
Because I never want to give Bobby full satisfaction, only half. It's still gonna fail. They're not gonna. They're not going to get past San Francisco or Philadelphia. Well, you might get past Philadelphia. This isn't gonna go to a.
So Bobby Bill said that Mike McCarthy is not gonna get past San Fran. He clearly just said right there, it ain't gonna happen.
Super Bowl with Dak being the guy, but it's not going to work the other way. So you got to switch. You got to change it up. Let's see if McCarthy does it.
I think a lot of this, and again, this is something Brian and I talked about last night, and I think that this is something that Choppy had talked about in the first couple weeks of the season that he wanted to see, which is, I think you are seeing, I think it's evident when you watch the tape and you see some of the stuff that's happening. I think there is a little bit of Dak just saying, like, I'm doing XYZ. Like,
so the reason why he's saying that we having success is because Dak is just out there saying, I'm going to do what I want to do. So Mike McCarthy don't get no credit for this offense and the success of it. It's just Dak out there freestyling.
I'm going to do this.
That's what Jerry said. He's like, it's up to 4, up to the quarterback.
Yeah, and right now, I think that the more we've talked about, the idea of, well, this tweak or this change here, I think that, like, a lot of the tweaks you've seen lately are just like Dak saying, we're doing this, or we're like, I'm going to do this.
I'm just going to do this. All right, so this is the thing, and I'm going to be honest. This is what gets on my nerves with anybody, okay? It frustrates the hell out of me when I'm already doing what y'all accusing me of not doing. Mm-hmm. That frustrates the hell out of me. And let me just prove it real quick, because this is Mike McCarthy. I want y'all to listen to Mike McCarthy from the press conference from this previous game. Listen.
Quarterback to be smart, Hall of Fame type quarterbacks that own the offense. Where do you feel, how does Dak Prescott so far right now grade out that description?
Oh, he owns it. Yeah, he definitely owns it. He's in total.
Who owns the offense, OC?
Say that again, boss.
Who did they say own the offense? He just said Dak Prescott owns the offense. But if you go look at and listen to and read the title, they're asking, does Mike McCarthy need to hand it over to Dak Prescott? But Mike McCarthy is clearly saying that this offense, and always has said, has always been Dak Prescott's, and he has full control. So why are we creating a problem that don't exist?
Yeah, boss. One thing I'll tell you about this is I want to go back to what RJ and Ocho said, because the premise of any misunderstanding was an errant game plan or a bad strategy to begin with. Why would you start off, and I said this at the beginning of the year, why would you start off not running the offense through Dak, which is what Mike McCarthy attempted to do, to realize that you got a guy in Tony Pollard that's a step slower. You don't have any reliable running backs outside of him. He's the most reliable, at least that we've seen. And you have an aging and injured offensive line. And so now you're forced to do what you should have done, quote unquote, day one, which is not treat Dak like a game manager.
But this is the big thing. But this is the thing, OC. I didn't mean to cut you off. Yep. He's made the switch. So what we talking about? He's made the switch, and you're right. He could have and should have and all of that, but he's made the switch.
Yeah, I think that, at the end of the day, narratives are narratives, and that's the nature of the beast when you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. To get more in line with what you're saying, Dak Prescott is the man. He's unequivocally the man in this offense. There's no doubt about it. And you know what? Furthermore, I think Dak enjoys it. I think Dak is enjoying himself. I think he's having a good time. He's playing as loose as I've seen him play the last couple of weeks. And actually, the trend needs to continue, because I said this before, I'll say it again. As Dak goes, the Dallas Cowboys offense goes. And look, he's going to be the reason why the Cowboys win, if they win.
All right, let me keep playing this, and then we go turn it over to get Candy thoughts on this. But let me just keep playing Mike McCarthy.
Description.
Oh, he owns it. Yeah, he definitely owns it. He's in total.
Prescott so far right now, grade out that description.
Oh, he owns it. Yeah, he definitely owns it. He's in.
So far right now, grade out that description.
Oh, he owns it. Yeah, he definitely owns it. He's in total command of it.
So far right now, grade out that description.
Oh, he owns it. Yeah, he definitely owns it. He's in total command of it. I think just like anything, growing through the ebb and flows of a game, definitely it creates a pattern to grow through the ebb and flow of a season. I think if you look at the way our season went in the first 6 weeks and now, what we've done the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, he definitely has total control of the offense.
Do you feel like his ownership of the offense?
That's frustrating. Like, that's frustrating for me to be doing a job that you're saying I'm not doing. It's on you, Candy.
I hear where you're coming from, and I agree. I think that that's just the media running wild with things, but I do think that this all was a part of the plan. Like a couple of press conferences ago, Mike McCarthy, was asked, "Oh, is Dak just basically running around free? Is that just him on his own?" And McCarthy said, "No, they learned this in quarterback school. Dak's doing, what we planned out." And then the press conference before this last one, Dak himself said that he was in a rhythm. And at that time, I didn't quite get it. Like that one game, I felt like he was in a rhythm. But now I'm more so seeing him backing up that statement. Last game, as this past game as well, he was absolutely in a rhythm. So to me, that's indicative of him taking things into his hands. Yes, that's a part of their game plan, but to me, that was him saying, like, we'll see. I'm going to take more control of the offense. If I'm going to have to run the ball, then that's what I'm going to have to do.
Yeah. Well, that's why I tell everybody, man, trust but verify. It's a whole segment basically making Mike McCarthy sound like he's an old fart and like he's been stubborn when he has fully transitioned to that. And then another thing, the narrative that they have is not even true. When they try to make it seem like running the ball consecutive causes 3 and out, it's actually the opposite. I've already broke this down, OC. You know what I'm saying? I've already broken this whole thing down and showed that actually the offense is better when we run the ball. But yeah, so I want to show that, but let me get into some stuff from John Machota, and I'm building the OC into the show officially. So I'm gonna be multitasking real quick. Y'all give me 1 second because I gotta play this other clip from. But I did want to show that because I was showing that the narratives that be put out there, you better verify this. And I want to say something too, real quick before I really take off, because you know what the media has figured out about us? We have a mob culture. I'm gonna talk about that. The Dallas Cowboy fans, we have a mob culture. We so thirsty. We don't look for answers. You know what we look to do? To blame. So what happens with a lot of media people, they go put shit out there like what's happening with Terence Steele right now. Yes, Terence Steele didn't have the best game, but the way they talking about Terence Steele is way overboard. I done broke down the film on this. I done looked at it line by line. Of course he not the same coming off that ACL. He just had it in December.
Right.
But it's a mob, and they play up to that thirst that we have for a Super Bowl with false controversy. And it pisses me off because it's not real answers. What's your thoughts, OC?
Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, you're going to have the culture, the media. They got to have something to write about. At the end of the day, it's their job. All right, so we can never forget that when we talk about storylines that we don't like. If it's anything to grasp at, you're going to have some writer, some blogger, or even some content creator grab at it. And as it relates to Terence Steele, I've said this ad nauseum at this point, for those of you that follow Boss Cowboy Sports, that Terence Steele was not going to be 100% coming into this season. You know,
Right.
we've even had some very well-respected writers and journalists come on our show in the offseason, you know, and one in particular said, hey, you know, no, he's good. They said he's good. I'm like, okay, I hear you saying that. I appreciate you saying
Not
it, but
good.
you know, yeah, I played the position, man, and there's no way if you're 330 pounds and you're 6'5" and you tore your whole knee up, all right, that in 8 months you're going to be back to 110% playing like you played before you tore your knee. You're going to need time. And so we just need to be patient. And I said this before, I'll say it again. With Terence Steele in particular, you're going to have to be patient, but Terence Steele can help himself. I put a tweet out earlier that really explained it, and I'll just recant it here. If Terence Steele is just fundamentally sound and he doesn't take unnecessary risk when he's pass setting someone, he can pretty much hold up. But at times he may need a chip, a little bit of help here or there, because you're not going to see the real Terence Steele until next season. And so that's my thought about that.
Yeah, it's a mob culture. It's a mob culture. And I'm gonna do a whole show on the mob culture because I'm disappointed in the Dallas Cowboy fans. I'm disappointed in us because whenever a player is playing through an injury, we turn on them.
Mm-hmm.
We turn all the way on them. We turned on Zeke for playing through an injury. We turned on Dez when he played through his injury in 2017. We turned all the way on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. Terrence, listen, it pissed me off because I kept hearing, man, he playing like trash. So Coach Marv called me and he was like, boss, he was like, man, I looked at the film. It's not like what people saying. And I said, all right. I said, I'll go look at it. I didn't even trust Coach Marv. I was like, I'll go take a look. And if it's bad, I'm going to say it. If it's good, I'm going to say it. If it's average, I went and looked at it. I was like, if y'all don't if you don't go sit down, of course he's not the same. But the way they trying to act like the sky's falling, I was like, hell no. OC, you know what we need to do, bro? And I mean this. All of us need to do this. We need to go line by line on them pass pros, bro. We need to go line by line. What'd you say, bro?
And one thing I'll say real quick, too, is that this is something that people that bash Terence Steele for his performance is not saying. Who did he play against?
Right.
Let's talk about that.
Man.
Who was he playing against?
Bro.
Was he playing against a backup? Who was he playing against?
Right.
He was playing against Reddick, which is really, I mean, if you talk about Bosa, if you talk about Watt, if you talk about Micah Parsons, if you talk about my guy that plays for the Cleveland Browns, I forget his name now, defensive end. But
Garrett.
Who's that?
Myles Garrett.
Garrett. Yeah, Myles Garrett. Yeah, thank you. So if you talk about those guys, okay, that's considered, right, probably the top rung of defensive rush linebackers / defensive ends in the NFL, right? Most people would agree with that. But right there close to them, or maybe a quarter of a step beneath, would be a guy like Reddick, a guy that had like 17 or 18 sacks last year or the year before, something like that. This guy is a Pro Bowl, very, very high-level effective pass rusher. So, listen, I know you don't like to see your tackle get beat like that. All right, it's just the reality of it. But here's the deal. Reddick has had good games versus other tackles, right and left tackles. He's had great games. So, this was one of those days for Terence Steele. And it's the NFL, man. It happens.
Yeah. So I want to play. Hey, listen, y'all see how quick I built the OC in here, man? Y'all better clap it up for me.
Good job, boss. Way to go.
But I swear, man, I'm still not building. I got to build OC his own screen. Y'all clap it up for me. I'm cold like that. Oh, so ain't nobody gonna clap? Landlord, I appreciate the super chat, big dog. He said I accidentally timed somebody out. All right, here we go.
The nefarious one.
The nefarious one, yeah. But let me play this real quick because I want to go back to what John Machota was talking about. But I'm going to do something about that mob mentality. I'm not cool with it. And this, let me go back before I start. Let me talk about that mob mentality. I'm not cool with mob mentality. I don't like it. I actually hate it. Because when you got a mob mentality, you're not trying to solve problems. You just bitching. You just complaining. You just looking for somebody to blame. We don't get better like that. I hate it with all my heart. And then somebody on Twitter was like, boss, I know Steele is your favorite. I was like, bro, I would slap the hell out of you. Because I don't put my reputation on the line to have no favorites. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Candy, what's your thoughts on that?
On which part, boss?
Whatever. I'm just angry. I'm angry right now. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm angry. Huh?
I'm like, on which part? You having favorites?
Man, whatever you... Stop playing with me, Candy. I don't feel like it today. For real. I hate mob mentality. We start there.
The mob mentality of the Cowboys fans?
Yeah. And the blaming. The blamey stuff. Like, it's so blamey. Like, and then I showed... This is the sad part, OC. I showed everybody on Twitter me going line by line. I showed them my notes. I was like, bro, I wasn't playing when I said I went through all this film. I still got the notes right here.
Yeah. And
these are all his pass pros. I went through each one. I could tell you the time step on each one. I'm not playing when I talk about these Cowboys. When I say I evaluated each pass pro, I'm not playing. But go ahead, OC.
You know, go ahead, Candy. You're about to say something. I don't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Listen, the only thing I was going to say is this. In balance to the mob theory, we have to understand that the NFL is also an acronym by Jerry Glanville back in the day. He said it means not for long. So whatever it is, man, not for long, man. If they think you're great, not for long. You know, they think, hey, you playing well, not for long. So it's one of those deals where the dude had a bad game. He didn't have a good game. So we got to be reasonable and expect and understand, you know, some overreaction maybe, or some bad reaction and lashback, and you play for the Dallas Cowboys, and the bottom line is if he played, you know, for, you know, the Steelers, or he played for, you know, somebody in NFL purgatory, we wouldn't be talking about this like this. But the fact that he plays for the Cowboys, and man, he had a bad game, then man, it is what it is. So that's the balance part of this equation.
Right.
Go ahead, Ken. I'm still building the OC.
Now, I completely agree with that. I think a big part of it is the whole Cowboys franchise is bigger than life. The whole Cowboys fandom is bigger than life. So there's a huge focus always on the Dallas Cowboys. And we think every year, everyone says, oh, this is our year. We're going to the Super Bowl, especially the Dallas Cowboys, especially Cowboys fans. So I think when we don't get there or we don't see things going our way, then automatically, yes, we want to place the blame on somebody every game. I think that's just natural.
It's natural, but it's lazy. See, because this is the thing. I'm going to challenge the fans too. You know what I mean? Like now, when you out there with these lazy... Boy, I done built the OC in, boy. I'm telling y'all better give me some, boy, I'm telling you.
Salute.
I got, man, I'm telling you, I be multitasking. Huh?
When you brought up like all of the wide receivers, when you brought up Dez and who else did you say?
Yeah, just all the people that played. Like
they complained about in last season, people complained about Zeke, and it's like we complain, and once these people are gone,
we miss them.
Zeke is gone, and we're like, oh, we need help in the red zone. Oh, we need help up the middle. We need help. We have to help complain, and now you've moved the ball to complain about somebody else. It have both.
Go ahead, OC. Buy me some time, bro. I need some time to build you right.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, the Cowboys do whatever they want to do. And that's what you got to understand, number one. So, and the trading of Amari Cooper and the failure of putting all your eggs in the basket of Michael Gallup, the CeeDee Lamb hold down his targets at the beginning of the year. to now signing a guy that nobody knows who he is. I don't even remember the guy's name. One of y'all got to remind me. He hadn't played in 5 years. So at the end of the day, the Cowboys are going to do whatever they feel like is good financially. When I say the Cowboys, I mean the executive office. They're going to do whatever floats their fancy as it relates to controlling future contracts, right? Because most of the moves that were made was an attempt to control future contracts and rising cost of star positions, things of that nature, which is why you had to delay and then the massive, quote unquote, at the time, payment to Dak Prescott on his contract. So if you go back in time and you look at how the Cowboys operate, what you're going to do is you're going to see the Cowboys, as Boss Cowboy beautifully described, trying to control the narrative, and trying to control the narrative in many ways to your own demise. And I don't mean financial demise, I mean winning demise.
Yes.
And so the question has always been, is the financial greater than the winning? And so what has happened as you evaluate this thing, it seems that the business decisions and the pressure, and all of a sudden we get CD targeted the way he should have been targeted since the beginning of the year. And then now we're going to get, my other man in here, Cooks, we're going to get him some touches this game and all that kind of stuff.
Finally.
Right?
Finally.
It's always been a narrative and a focus on the public opinion. You know what should build into this, Boss Cowboy? We need to get this off of Gladiator, where he says, "Are you not entertained?" That's what it is. This is entertainment. This is 100% entertainment, and the focus of it is the marketing machine. Still a little bit heavy, too much than, hey, let's sell out and let's win. And I think that the hungry fans and a person like me, I want to see you sell out to win. I want to see you sell out to get the 6th ring. I don't really per se care that you have controlled your cap cost and you can win 10 games a year regardless of what, because you have enough talent to do so. I don't care about that. I care that you gave everything in your possible power and ability to help us win that Super Bowl. And I think that's the rub with Cowboys fans versus what we see at times. That's my opinion. And I know I said a lot. Candy, go ahead.
Truth, hold on real quick. Truth said, yeah, we got to coach the team from YouTube. Oh, dirty, but true. It's sad. Let me go back to this because it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Listen, it's a silver lining in here somewhere. But listen. Now it's going to get more interesting because I'm going to prove my case. Here we go.
Not that concerned about bringing in Martavius Bryant. I'm more concerned about how do you get Brandin Cooks the type of touches that a number 2 wide receiver gets. How do you get Jalen Tolbert, to the next step in where he is in his growth?
Are you seeing Tolbert? It seems like the snaps are indicating.
Hold on real quick, because this is interesting.
In where he is in his growth.
Are you seeing Tolbert? It seems like the snaps are indicating that he's kind of taking over Michael Gallup's role a little bit.
Yeah, it's heading in that direction for sure. If it was a race, he's caught him, and I would say they're neck and neck right now with Tolbert looking to pull ahead. And I mean, it sucks for Michael Gallup. I think that there's some similarities there with the Terence Steele situation where, you get a knee injury like that, and there's the physical standpoint, and then there's the mental of, are you past the injury physically? Doctors can check you out and say yes, but then you also mentally have to have that confidence as well. And I just don't know that we've seen that from Michael Gallup since that injury. And because of that, you can't just sit there and wait around. The next guy's got to step up, and Jalen Tolbert is showing that he can do that. I mean, to play the way he did in that type of an environment, that's probably the toughest environment the Cowboys will play in all season. And the way he played there, and then after what we saw during training camp, mini camp, OTAs, it seems like he's in a good spot. You can't hold him back. You got to continue to build on that because he's part of your future.
John, how close are you to giving up on the running game for the Cowboys?
Oh yeah, I'm there. I don't know. I look at it and I don't.
Go ahead, Candy.
Well, it's ironic that you're playing that clip because I remember last season we had this discussion with the OC about Michael Gallup and his readiness to return. and the coaches being apprehensive. I think it was Mike McCarthy that came out and said, we'll see. He thinks he's ready to get back out there, but basically we'll see. I remember we had that conversation. I think we had a clip from a doctor or
we did.
Or something from a doctor.
Good memory.
And we're kind of seeing that come into fruition. However, it has. And I don't know if we see, Michael Gallup reach his potential at this point. As far as the injury and how he's playing afterwards, or if the Cowboys are just ready to swiftly move on and see what other options are on the table.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in to say something here real quick, because the Michael Gallup situation is contractual now. They owe Michael Gallup a lot of money. So Michael Gallup is really not going to go anywhere for the next couple of years, unfortunately for cap space, right? And I like Michael Gallup. I'm not hating on Michael Gallup. I'm just simply saying what I see. And when you have a knee injury like that, it's better that it happens to an offensive lineman. It gets eerie when it happens to a skill position where your whole game is speed. And so what happens is, and I've had knee injuries myself, it's like your 100% is really like your 90%. And it's very hard to get back up to your 100%. But the issue is when you're playing a skill and speed and agility position with quick cuts and explosion, it's like the pre-injury Michael Gallup had a gear. He had a 6th gear at the top of those routes that created separation. Now he got like a 5.2 gear. He don't have that. Let me know if I'm tripping on this, Boss Cowboy. He don't have that extra gear that creates that yard or two of separation that he used to have. I don't see the gear. I see 5 gears. I don't see a 6th gear anymore. And it's not any fault of Michael Gallup. It's just life and the circumstance that the man was injured. But at this point, to win in the NFL with all the talent out there, dude, you got to have a 6th gear. You got to be able to drop it in 6th gear. And right now, the guy you seeing, Tolbert, he's young, fresh meat, and he got a 6th gear. And so if you're being strategic and you want to push the passing game forward, you got to give this man more touches. That's just the bottom line. And it's nothing personal. This is just straight business.
It's just, hold on, I got to hit your drop. You can't say that I don't hit your drop. That's just the right thing to do.
See. There's no emotions, no friends, no loyalty.
Straight business.
Straight business. Put hashtag straight business in the chat.
It's just the right thing to do. You got to hit the drop when that boy say straight business. But see,
what say ye, Boss Cowboy? What say ye? Am I tracking? What do you think? Am I on track with that, or am I missing something?
For the most part, yeah, you're on track for sure. I just don't think you or Candy addressed the real elephant that he was talking about.
Okay, what's the elephant?
The elephant was, is it time to ramp up Tolbert? Even more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that's the point. That was the whole point of what he was talking about. Because he said at this point, and I agree, I never talked to John on this, but I said the same thing. I said, man, from my eyes, I'm not seeing no major separation, and I'm seeing more upside right now in Tolbert. But let's talk about the other elephant in the room: the reverse cheapness of our front office, boy. I'm telling you, and this is what I mean.
Address that elephant, boss.
Yeah,
I address that elephant.
Wait. The reverse cheapness?
Yes.
Let me talk about it first. To make sure we're on the same page, big dog. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. See, the reverse cheap is what we keep seeing, that because they paid you, they keep forcing you on the field. It's not an environment of pure competition. It's an environment to where we're trying to get all our money's worth. It's reverse cheap.
Exactly.
And it's something where we keep shooting ourselves in the foot, because this is also pride. This is trying to be right about a financial decision versus being open to be wrong.
Yeah, boss. I just addressed that in my commentary. I simply
did I miss it?
They owe. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay, my bad.
They owe. Candy heard it. They owe Michael Gallup.
I'm just trying to produce, bro. Can you give me a pass?
I got you, bro. You're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, bro.
So look, they owe Michael Gallup a lot of cash. He would have, I think, over a $10 million dead cap hit if they cut him after this year, something like that. They're not supposed to cut Michael Gallup.
No,
They're gonna
I thought
ride
he was
that thing out.
this year.
Bro, this
Go ahead.
get him, Candy. Go. I want
No,
to
I
see a
was saying,
fight. I want to see a
yeah.
fight.
I thought it was.
No,
he
if
was
I'm
being pushed.
mistaken on that, Candy, tighten me up. But I do know they owe that man a good amount of cash.
Tighten them up, Candy. I'm sick of this.
No, I'm listening to what he's saying. I didn't know that about the $10 million, and we know the Cowboys are cheap. So if that's the case, they owe him $10 million. Then he's not going anywhere.
Somewhere around that, I'm
But if
guessing
they
on
weren't
that
to pay
one.
for
But
the
I know
money,
they owe him significant money.
Huh. Hey, I want to also show y'all something before I get, because I'm finna make y'all mad with this next one. I just want to show y'all something real quick. Side note.
All right.
You cannot have Boss Candy without the OC. Most people have never noticed that about the logo. That you don't put Boss Candy together with that. You better look close.
I see it, dog. I see it.
The
Bro.
light
I see
blue.
it. So you got that OC in the gray, bro. I appreciate the love, man.
You feel me? Hey,
I appreciate the love.
it's a whole nother level when you put Boss Candy and the OC together. I'm just telling you. Ooh. I just want to say that real quick.
How cute is that brotherly love?
It's real. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's real. Like the whole show is just always better when you add all of us. And it's always been in the logo. So anyway, I just wanted to say that real quick. But let me keep going. Because this is real. And somebody say, OC been cooking tonight, man. OC cooking.
Yeah.
He cooking. We got to give him some love. He cooking for sure. But it's going to get, now it gets interesting. Because y'all know me, investigative boss. If it's anything that I stand by, it's my investigative abilities. So I want y'all to really listen, because boss picked up on a clue from John Machota. Listen and see if y'all can catch it.
John Machota here with you on 105.3 The Fan. John, as we look elsewhere with this receiving core, is Michael Gallup looking at the final 9 to 10 games of his Cowboys career possibly?
Oh yeah, no, that's a real possibility. There's no question. I mean, especially with what he's getting paid, and I mean, they need him to be at the very least their number 3 wide receiver. He has to be their 3rd most productive receiver. I mean, there were hopes that he could be their number 2, but it's just not there. So
wait,
if he's not there, then you look at going forward.
You got it.
You heard it, didn't you? You heard it.
Yeah.
See, some came out that you got to pay attention to. Listen to it one more time.
There were hopes that he could be their number 2. I mean, they need him to be at the very least their number 3 wide receiver. He has to be their 3rd most productive receiver. I mean, there were hopes that he could be their number 2.
Okay, so now we should have a clue of what's been going on with Cooks. Because who in their right mind ever thought that it was hopes that Michael Gallup could unseat Cooks as the number 2? Come on, man. Come on. See, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Candy, when we got Cooks, who ever thought that, oh no, Michael Gallup is going to take him out? I be putting you on the spot.
PC,
I be putting you. I don't think she can handle the truth, bro. I be putting on the spot. She can't handle the truth, bro.
You can't handle the truth.
She can't handle the truth.
Pursing your lips.
You pressing your lips like you trying to think about what you gonna say. OC, take over. Candy over there scared.
Honestly, I was looking at the Brandin Cook stats and Michael Gallup's game.
Okay, I'm finna say.
Go ahead.
I'm like, what you waiting on? Anyway.
Is it back on me?
Yeah, it's back on you because I want to get your thoughts on this.
No, I'm gonna let OC have this first.
I knew you was. Go ahead, OC.
I'm kicking it right back to you. No, punt.
To who?
Down.
No. Go, OC. Go.
Okay. Look,
Somebody say,
at the
boss,
end of the
don't
day-
disrespect Candy like that, man. She a big girl.
Thank
She
you.
can handle me, dog.
Disrespecting Candy.
She can handle me, bro. I know y'all feel like y'all got to defend Candy. She good, bro.
all the brothers in the chat defending Candy. We good. Candy.
Thank y'all.
She good, man. She got tough skin, bro. She ain't tripping.
I just feel so, defeated sometimes, guys. So I need that.
Whatever. Go ahead, OC.
Man, Man, so listen, they hope that he could be the number 2 based upon the money they're paying him. And he Machota alluded to that and said it even at the beginning of his commentary. Hey, because of the money, they want him to be a number 2, but we'll settle for number 3. But here's the issue, and we've been saying this since last year. You drafted Jalen Tolbert when Michael Gallup was playing his first year off the ACL, and the reality of it is, and like I said, this is not per se a fault to Michael Gallup. This is just an honest observation. He was limping around. And you may see him with a little hitch in his giddy up even right now. And it's not because he's not trying, he's not working hard, he's not doing everything he needs to do. It's just an element of how your body responds to an injury. And right now, Jalen Tolbert is physically the better receiver. Experientially, he's not the better receiver. And that's the rub. Do you get him the experience to be the better receiver? Because physically speaking, right now, he's in his prime, he's not injured, and he's the better receiver. And Cooks is by far a better receiver than Gallup at this point in his career. He's by far a better receiver. He's a better blocker. He's a better route runner. He can run the whole route tree. He's used to being a number 1 receiver. He's used to being, and I'll say it again, he's used to being a number 1 receiver. When you get this man the ball, great things happen. And we've seen it in a few flashes this year in a few games. And that's unfortunate because we've only seen him flash in a few games. And when he got just a few targets, balls, just a few receptions, you see how he impacts the game.
Man, I'm pissed, bro.
Why?
I'm just being honest, bro. I'm so pissed because people not putting this together. Everybody over here like, I don't know why we not seeing Brandin Cooks because he was turning up training camp. Why? It's like, why y'all act like y'all don't know your organization? We treat free agents like black sheep bastards.
You know what would be a great film, boss? A great film session that we should do? We should show all the wins that Cooks gets on these DBs, because I'm looking at some of these games, boss, and I don't see nobody checking it. Man, I don't see nobody checking it.
But see,
he's open, bro, most of the time.
But see, we already know that because CD Lamb was also open, bro. Yep. Like, what I'm trying to get to is this is meddling, and nobody want to say it. It's getting on my nerves how we be tiptoeing around the fact that we be meddling with our own success to be right. Like, who in their right mind thought that Gallup was going to be the number 2 except our front office? And John Machota wouldn't have said that unless he talked to some people. He talked to some influential people, and listen, it pisses me off because this is all about ego and trying to be right. And it's obvious, because how you gonna have somebody that's got 1,000 yards with boo-boo trash quarterbacks for the last 6 years struggling to get targets? And let me tell you something else, and I'm gonna be all the way honest. I'm gonna tell you exactly why Mike McCarthy was angry when he was chippy. It was manipulation. It was manipulation. See, let me explain something. See, all of us been in a situation. I'm gonna pass this to you, Candy. You ever been in a relationship to where somebody was that every time they was doing wrong, they tried to turn it on you with an attitude?
Yes, Scorpio.
Oh God, I'm even dealing with you. I'm not even dealing with you.
You asked.
Cause I'm a Scorpio. You understand what I'm saying? You see how she do you, boy? But let me say it like this. No. You see how you do you, boy?
Yes.
You see how you do you, boy?
Yes, I have. Yes, continue. Let's get to your point.
See,
you see how she put some spice on that. I like that spice. Go ahead,
man.
Don't have no mercy.
She ain't got no spice.
On boss, man. Put
She sugar. She full of sugar.
She set up. She put some body English on it and everything.
She full of sugar, man.
Little cinnamon, little splash of cinnamon in there. There you go. Give you just a little.
Let me get back to football. I'm sick of talking about Candace.
You asked me a question, I answered it, but I'm waiting for the point.
All right, let me just give you an example. I had a relationship with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever they wanted space, they created an argument. It's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? It's manipulation. So why we always fight when it's the weekend? Because you want your space. You see what I'm saying? It's when people consent. Oh, let me give you a good example. Baby, why every time I come in, you always turning your phone and putting it under the pillow? Why you don't trust me? You don't trust me. See, that's what's wrong with this relationship. You don't trust. Wait. Why you got an attitude out the blue? I just asked you a question. Why you putting your phone under the pillow every time I walk in the room? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this relationship. Just let me out of here. And then she take her phone. That's what Mike McCarthy do. That's what Mike McCarthy do. OC Phil.
People in trouble, man. You get people in trouble, boss. You know, get people in trouble.
Hey, I'm telling you the game.
They sitting there talking to each other. You get them in trouble, man.
Hey, man, you know I'm telling the truth, though, OC. OC, am I lying? Am I lying?
No, you ain't lying.
Yeah. I just asked you about your phone. Why you keep putting your phone on the pillow when I come in the room? Oh, you don't trust me? I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick. They pretend to be mad because they manipulating. See, Mike Machota, he was pretending to be mad because he know the truth of why Brandin Cooks is not getting his reps. So he gonna get mad at the reporters. He mad. This is not fantasy football. This is not fantasy football. Okay. So you gonna get mad out the blue because I'm on your trail. See, them reporters are on his trail. That's what's happening. The reporters is on Mike McCarthy trail. He getting mad. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. He like, man, just go ahead and tell the truth, Mike McCarthy. Tell the truth. Front office is making me do this. Hold on. Hey, wait. My boy High say. Hold on real quick. My boy High say. Phone buzzing him. Her phone buzzing. Candy, you play them type games when you know somebody on your trail and you being a player. You get and you start making up stuff when you want your freedom. Do you do that? OC, have you done that back in the day?
No, I ain't never done that, bro. I ain't never done that. You know, because when I wasn't married, man, I would tell a woman that I was dating other people, you know, so then we had understanding. This is if I was.
All right, time to move this conversation along.
No, we ain't moving nothing, Candy. You sit right here and you take this conversation. You take this.
No, because Candy is a cold-blooded killer. You see how Candy sit there with a straight face? She didn't even wink. She said, I don't play those type of games. And she was calm, like an assassin. I'm just joking, Candy. I'm playing this. Come on, Candy.
My boy, Special K, I want her. Special K. My boy, Special K, man, I want her. He say, you know Candy not going to snitch on herself. Man, Special K, bro.
I don't even know why you asked that.
Special K, bro. I need to be with that boy, Special K, bro. My boy, Special K.
Yeah, boss. That's exactly what I do, boss, when I want space, boss. Yes, boss. I just tell him you're controlling me, boss.
Special K got player energy, man. Me and Special K, we got to get together, bro.
I'm big on treating people how I want to be treated, so I just don't do that. I just don't do it. Because I don't want it done to me.
Candy, I believe you. Okay. I see how you set up and look into the camera. You are real serious too. Okay, Candy, I believe you.
Thank you.
I don't believe nothing she talking about, man.
It's facing up right now. It's facing up right now. I have nothing to hide.
All right, man. Can we get back to football, man? I'm sick of talking about this sugary conversation. This conversation is very sugary. Can we get back to football?
Well, we will after. That's my point. Thank you, OC. I missed you because Boss has just been running over me.
Man, you already know what I'm finna do now.
Don't be damsel in distress. Now you went too far, Candy. You overplayed the team. You ain't damsel in distress.
I even had to hit that far, boy, man. This Candy starting to piss me off, man.
Boss.
Run it up.
And listen,
guys, remember when y'all said Boss made that noise again in the chat that y'all would have my back? Go ahead.
Thank you, Trey. Say this conversation is very sugary. I'm trying to get off this old sugary conversation. Let's go.
We started it, but side note, I wanted y'all to know that the whole story that Boss said about the phone and it was a female, that was probably actually Boss, and he just flipped the script. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm done with the sugar. All right, back to the football. Here we go. Going back to John Machota. Cause see, I want to show y'all that it was something to my boy landlord talk about nefarious. See, that's the first time I've ever heard that it was plans to make Michael Gallup the number 2. I'm like, what? But then you look, now it makes sense when you see why are they playing games? And you have to look at the pattern of your team. This is the real pattern of your team. We love to put our thumb on a scale for the desired outcome that we want. Yeah, I'm taking calls tonight. Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. We do. And I'm sick of us tiptoeing around it. Politics is the main thing that's killing this team. It is not talent. It's playing games. It's playing games. Let's under target Amari. Now let's under target CeeDee Lamb. Then when he complain, he get his targets and he ball out. Then he ball out. Then he say, well, let's not. Then John Machota said, and I quote, I think because of the public pressure, we're going to see about 7 to 8 targets this week. Why does it take public pressure to do the right thing? It's a goofy ass organization that's built on politics and is killing us. And you got me looking goofy over here drinking Kool-Aid when you go mess it up and put strychnine poison in your own good juice. What are you doing, Dallas?
I'm just waiting for you to pat your forehead, preacher.
Hey man, I just listen. I'm not playing. I'm speaking my mind today. Hold on real quick. Y'all got my hat all off.
Are we gonna see James Colbert out there this week?
Hold on real quick, man. I'm speaking my mind today. I don't feel like playing.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
See, that's what make this channel different. What make us different is we actually speak our mind. And we telling the truth on what it's gonna take to win. It's gonna take y'all getting out the way. Man, you literally thought. So when you think about it from a common sense standpoint, you thought Michael Gallup coming off the ACL was gonna beat out Brandin Cooks, and you thought that after training camp itself showed you it wasn't the case, but you still tried it anyway. Why am I the only one mad when we just heard that they had plans of making Michael Gallup and hoping that he can be the number 2? Why am I the only one upset at that? Because it was goofy to even think that. Goofy.
I just think that wasn't high on our list of priorities to showcase any of that. I think that all of it led up to this moment.
Wait. Say that again.
I think it was the whole offensive schemes. It was like a whole bunch of we'll see. They played with the running backs. We were excited like, oh, Zeke is gone. You know, we have Dowdle. We have Deuce Vaughn. Let's see what our running back, our run game is going to look like. So we played with that for a couple of weeks. Then we played, around with wide receivers and running backs. And now we're here trying to see.
Get her, OC. I can't do it. Get her.
Candy. I respect your commentary, and I respect your viewpoint.
Go ahead.
Get her.
No, it's no buts. It's just that the Cowboys are too smart for that. And Mike McCarthy is a very experienced coach. He's been doing this thing for more than a quarter of a century. Mm-hmm. So your personnel and their potential and capabilities coming out of camp.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
And the reason why you brought in Cooks, the reason why you brought in Cooks is because of what you saw from Michael Gallup coming off of the ACL and the uncertainty that he would ever return back to. Go ahead.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying we haven't seen any of that showcase. I feel like our offense has just been a great big test this season. We haven't just seen one consistent game plan, or we couldn't just say, we're going to keep seeing them throw the ball to CeeDee Lamb, for example. I feel like they have been testing out different offensive schemes every game. It just hasn't been something consistent when we know, yes, they could have brought in Brandin Cooks and thrown him the ball more, or they could have just been going to CeeDee Lamb like they did the last 2 games. But I feel like the whole season has just been a test of we'll see what we're going to really go with in the long haul with our offensive game.
Yeah, and I'm with you in part on that, Candy, because you can see that they were trying to find their way, and Mike McCarthy's trying to get his rhythm. So on that side, okay, I got you. I got you. That's what you're saying. I got you.
They're trying to find their way.
Yeah, I can see where he's trying
Man,
to find
if
his
y'all
way.
don't
I'm
stop
not mad about
this,
you saying
all
that.
this trying to find your
But
way,
now, hold
man,
on,
y'all
boss,
killing
hold on,
me.
I'm not
No,
giving
hold on,
them
boss. Hold on,
excuse.
boss.
That's just what it looks like.
No, it
I
don't.
do think. No, hold on, boss. I do think there's an element of Mike McCarthy trying to find his way because at the beginning of the season, he really me and you argued about this. He was making Dak Prescott a game manager, and I was very in favor of it. And he's running the ball and not being creative in the red zone, which is still like a thing, by the way. I think it's better, but it's still a thing, right? So I think that him trying to find his way, and I think that maybe at the beginning of the year, this is my gut, boss, is that it was more influences with Brian Schottenheimer with the overload fronts because you hadn't seen as many overload fronts the past couple of weeks and trying to power run the football versus what you saw when you with Dak Prescott in San Diego and then in this game. I think it's more, hey, we're going to rock with Dak Prescott. We got to throw this football around. This being too conservative and trying to control the clock at every turn is not effective. Let's go with our best and let's throw this ball to CeeDee Lamb. In part, boss, you're correct because of public pressure, but I think it's an element of him trying to find his way. So if that's what you're saying, Candy, I'm okay with that. But at the same time, they know their best players, and some of this was just a bunch of malarkey. Some of this was a bunch of malarkey.
The last part is why y'all was pissing me off because it's really that simple.
What?
OC, you was at training camp. Who was better between Cooks and Michael Gallup?
Cooks all day.
Who was more explosive?
Cooks all day.
So what's to figure out?
It's nothing to figure out. Just throw him the ball.
That's my point. That's my point.
There's nothing to figure out. Throw him the ball.
It ain't nothing to figure out.
I'm just saying that is what it looks like.
It don't even look like it. It looks like politics. That's what it looked like. It looked like sons versus bastards again. And we keep seeing it. We see it like we seeing it right now with Noah. We acquired Noah, right? A former first rounder. Who they keep putting out there? Jordan Lewis? You acquired a guy that was a former starter and a former first rounder. Okay, same thing happened with Fowler. Fowler last year had the best pressure to snap ratio, sack to snap ratio. All the ratios said give Fowler more reps. Who did they give those reps to? Drafted guy Armstrong. I'm not going to play this game with the Dallas Cowboys and pretend like, well, you know, they trying to figure it out. No, they not. They know what they doing. And they keep doing it. And if we don't call it out.
I'm not giving them an excuse. I'm saying what you're saying, basically. But I still
in a nicer way.
That's how they're presenting it. Like,
that's my point. They presenting we will.
They don't know who the best players are, that they should have been throwing it to CeeDee Lamb. I'm not saying that. I think that they know that, but the way that they have been playing, it presents as if they're testing things.
And I do get that. It does. It can look to the natural eye that, okay, man, you trying to figure stuff out. I get what you coming from on that, Candy. That's honest. Yeah, that you just trying to figure stuff out. But you're saying make it simple. And this is the OC's contention. This has been for the last 4 weeks. Hey, man, just get a ball to your best players.
Man, it's always been that simple.
Like, don't make it complex. Get a ball to your best player. But we were trying to, hold on, boss, and this is me and you too. We were trying to collectively give Mike a little bit of time to, okay, this dude is rusty on his play calling. This dude got to kind of get in a rhythm. This dude got to kind of get it together. The first couple of weeks, it was that conversation. So on that point, right, it was some of that. But when you get to a certain point, okay, man, look, man, it's been X amount of weeks. Give your best players the ball. And let's call it a day. And when you do that, great things happen.
I'm going to say it like this, and then we're going to move to the next point because we got some more stuff to talk about. Only the Dallas Cowboys really believe that the way to make this offense better is to feed your number 3. It's been an experiment.
They don't believe that, boss. I'm going to correct you. They don't believe that. That's what they're doing. They don't believe it. This is what they want to do. They want to try to make that work.
We saying the same thing.
Want to try
we
to
saying
make,
the same thing. I'm being facetious, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a very hyperbole. Very. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It's goofy and they know better. It's a scheme. It's a scheme. It's a scheme they've been trying to run since T.O. That's the sad thing. It's a scheme they've been running literally since T.O. where they wanted to Patrick Creighton to be that guy. They always want the number 2 and the number 3 to keep the number 1 from getting his money. It's the same thing every time. They did it to Dez. They did it to T.O. They did it to Amari. They just tried to do it to CeeDee Lamb, but he was smart. And he saw the writing on the wall on how they did Amari. He was like, nah, I ain't gonna be Amari. I'm not gonna be Amari and sit here quiet. I'm gonna act a fool. I'm gonna put my hands in the air. I'm gonna be pouting. I'm gonna show that these dudes are not targeting me. And he did right. When he acted a fool, we got smart, began to target him, give him the ball, and our offense is better because of it. Anyway, I know I went crazy on that. I sometimes do. But that's okay. That's okay. It's love. I want to play something real quick from a press conference that does give me hope. Then I'm gonna play a couple of more clips. We go get on the phones. We go take the super chats. We go get up out of here. But listen.
Hey, boss, I'm gonna let y'all land about 5 minutes.
You say you got to go in 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all land the plane, man. Y'all got it. But
okay.
I'll hang with you about 5 more minutes.
No problem.
But you did acquire Cooks for a reason because you figured he was a playmaker. So how do you draw that balance to playmakers? So how do you draw that balance?
I got to rewind this. Listen.
It's not fancy football. But you did acquire Cooks for a reason because you figured he was a playmaker. So how do you draw that balance to, we got this guy for a reason and we got to play?
Yeah, but I think sometimes too, I'm not looking for a pass by no means. I know I'd never get one in here, but I think that, I think some of our games early in the year, I mean, we've played in some out of balance games. I mean, it's just how many times have we thrown the ball north of 40? I mean, I think if you want to be a top offense in the league, you definitely want to throw at 40, maybe run at 30. If you want to, and be out there for 70 plays. So. But that's we haven't played a lot of those games too. So that's one. I think statistics are really for the end of the year, and
that's a lie.
We're all.
That's that she putting her phone under the pillow and creating an argument because she putting her phone under the pillow because you starting the media is on the trail. That's what's happening. Listen though.
Conscious of them every week. You guys make me conscious of them. So
we making you conscious. Let me let that play again because I think some people missed that. Listen.
The end of the year, and we're all conscious of them every week. You guys make me conscious of them. So
so the media with their questions is making you conscious, just like the media made you conscious of the under targeting of CeeDee Lamb. But then people got the nerve to really feel like they voice don't matter. If you really feel like your voice don't matter, I want you to listen real close again to what John Machota said, and then OC, you can sum it up before you get out of here. But listen.
Yep.
Because it has become such a big topic this week, I would not be surprised if they're forcing him the ball. They size, and for Brandin Cooks not to be a bigger part of the offense, that just leaves you scratching your head. So I will say, because it has become such a big topic this week, I would not be surprised if they're forcing him the ball. They say they're not going to do that, but I would not be surprised if he gets, 6-7 targets on Sunday. But
oh my God. So you got Mike McCarthy over here saying, y'all make me aware. And then he's saying it's because of the noise he go get his target. Oh wow. OC, can you talk me off the ledge?
No, I really can't talk you off the ledge. It's just like, it's that nervous energy from Mike trying to say that, oh, man, I didn't know that. Well, man, you're the head coach, man. You know all these stats. You look at the stats. You look at the data, so don't lie. That's just almost like an outright lie. That's just...
He putting his phone under the pillow.
Yeah. That I didn't always put my phone underneath the pillow when you walked in the room. I wasn't...
Why would you trust me? You don't trust me? I thought we had a relationship.
So, hey, it's one of those deals, man, to where, Mike was a little bit nervous. I think he was a little bit embarrassed. And so he's just reaching for different things to try to smooth it over and make the conversation seem coherent.
Yep.
And the bottom line is this, man. I said this before, I say it again. I said this 2 weeks ago when we started to do it. Thank goodness. Give CeeDee Lamb the ball. Here's the other one. Give your number 2 receiver the ball. Give your number 3 or 4 receiver the ball. So give your number 1 and number 2 receivers the ball. And if you do that, you're going to wake up and be in a much more successful place. So that's all I can tell you, man. That's my time, man. Candy, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Doing a great job. Boss Cowboy, as always, man. One of the best in the business, man. Hands down, man. And if you don't know, man, you better ask somebody. All right, man. So that's my time, man. I appreciate y'all.
Man, appreciate you, OC, man. First of all, before you go, man, y'all clap it up for the OC, man. Y'all show the OC some love. Because you really cannot have Boss Candy without OC. That's why he always gonna be in the logo, forever being OC. Man, thank you, bro. You made it. It's always fun with Candy, but it's also fun when you come in, bro. So now we got you built into the show permanently. I don't have to do that on the fly. And I can't wait till we do this again. This was dope.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, so Candy, we back. It's me, it's Boss Candy.
Oh, Lord have mercy. No, I'm just kidding.
I know I can't stand you either. I don't like you. And yeah, I feel the same way.
I don't care.
All right, let's go.
Back to football.
Back to football.
Now, like the OC was saying.
All right, here we go though, because
y'all talking about McCarthy press conference.
Yeah, but I want to play one more clip, and I really wish.
Uno más?
Nah, this is perfect. We got another clip I want to play. It still got a little bit to do with the politics, and then we go take some calls. Here we go. But John Machota, he was cooking today, man. Hopefully y'all getting a lot of this show, because, you know, we just trying to tell you what's really going on so that we can get loud. Because the thing about both of those clips, both of those should show you that your voice matter. They said because of the noise, we gonna likely see Cook. See, people can't, see, you can't. So that's what pissed me off when people be like, boss, you really think your voice matter? Boss, come on now. Jerry and them don't care what you think. Oh, but he just said, yeah, you gonna likely see some targets because of the what, Candy? What did he say? The noise. Did you hear that? Or was I hearing things? Was I hearing things?
No puedo explicar.
I can't stand you. I really can't. I don't like you, Candy. You get on my nerves.
Now we're a bilingual show. You're welcome.
All right, but let me play this clip. Then we go take some calls and we go take some super chats. Especially we got a $10 super chat. Hold on, let's go ahead and take these super chats. Let's go.
Super chat. Sweet discussions.
Oh my God!
I got some more. All right, let's take these super chats real quick. All right. We appreciate y'all, man. All right. So, Westside said, 2 questions. Does it concern you that our defense has regressed through the season? Number 2, should Dan Quinn leave the booth and coach from the field? Man, that's some good questions. I'm not even sure if our defense regressed.
Why not?
Because I feel like our defense been playing for the most part really good. Really good. In my opinion. That just might be a difference of opinion. I don't really see regression on my defense. You know what I see on my defense? I see discipline. That's what I see on my defense. You know what I mean? I see us still having containment issues, outsides, goofy stuff.
Yes.
Discipline.
Yes.
But when they in the right place, they make plays. So,
yeah.
So was they ever disciplined? Because even when they was blowing out teams, me and Candy was talking about how they kept losing containment. We were saying that from the Giants game when we blew them out.
Yeah.
Candy was the one talking about containment issues, if y'all remember.
I'm thinking on it now. Yeah. I would say we still have that same issue, but I think this is one of those media spiraling out of control situations where at first everybody couldn't stop talking about the Cowboys defense and how good we were for the first couple of weeks. And now we're not in the media. The defense isn't in the media as high, isn't in the media as heavy, so there's a concern there. Has our defense regressed?
Yeah, that's a hard one. But let me also go back to his other question because he had 2 questions with a $10 super chat. So we will definitely get to him.
And then Quinn come down from coming coaching from the field.
I think they got enough emotional leaders for him to stay up there.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. I think he sees things from up there. I think it helps his viewpoint. And it was one time to where he was on the sideline, and then he was told by his coach to actually, it was the Seattle coach,
to stay up there.
Yeah, I'm having a weed moment right now where I can't remember nothing.
I think that he should stay up.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I think he should stay up there. I mean, don't fix it if it's not broken.
Yeah, I agree. And then Chris 214, he just threw some money down just because he cool like that. Appreciate that, OG. And then Pop Peach 187 said his name is James Washington. Shout out to Low Nation. And then my boy Landlord, he said, "What's up, boss? I made a mistake and timed out somebody. I was cleaning off my screen. My bad, man. You know you cool, Landlord." And then my boy Landlord gave $5 for that. See, that boy's an OG. Then we got us another super chat. He said, if they give the ball to Dak, he has no margin for error. If the receivers don't produce, the Cowboys don't go far in the playoffs. Who's to blame? Man, they gonna blame Dak. They gonna blame Dak.
But they blame Dak either way it goes.
Yeah, it's facts.
They tried to blame Dak for the Eagles game, and Dak had a hell of a game.
Hell of a game. I think it was.
Dak put the team on his back in the Eagles game, and they still tried to find a way to blame Dak. So and I think he knows that comes with the territory. He's okay with that, and he embraces it, and he does what he's doing.
And then Pop IP say, who makes more, Cook or MG?
Or
Michael Gallup make more. All right.
That's what we just.
All right, so let's take this last topic, then we gonna get on the phones. That's all the super chats, man, and I appreciate y'all. This is the last topic. This is so.
Okay. I'm like, what do you have for me?
Candy, like, I'm sorry. This better be the last topic. It is.
And we have the Giants coming up next. We got that.
We still got to talk about the Giants. Yeah.
Do we? Are they?
We don't. No, we don't. We do. We don't have to talk about the Giants.
We can do a quick rundown.
We can do a quick rundown. Do you want to go ahead and do that now? You want to knock it out before we get to our last one?
Can I use my notes? Can I just give you a rundown?
Man, please give me your notes. Go.
Okay. All right, we already know, or you should know, Daniel Jones, the Giants quarterback, is out for the year. New quarterback is Tommy DeVito. Tommy DeVito, last game, 200 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. That's going to be lunchtime for our secondary. Hopefully. Giants took 8 sacks against the Raiders. Yeah, should be. Giants took 8 sacks against the Raiders, who are ranked lowest in the league at sacks. Cowboys, us, have the highest sack rate in the NFL at 45.4%. And the Giants have the highest pressure rate allowed. This is probably going to be a field day for Michael Parsons, who already he's on a 3-game streak of sacks. So I think he's going to go crazy this game. He did it already, against them, but I think it's going to be an absolute field day for him, Armstrong, Tank Lawrence. I honestly think everybody's going to get a piece of that pie. Giants.
That's real, though. That's real. I feel you.
I mean,
I feel you. Go ahead.
Giants' only saving grace could be Saquon Barkley. He ran for 90 yards last game. However, we've held running backs to 3.5 yards per carry, so we'll see who wins that battle. Our defense or their run game. Strongly confident in our defense. What else do I have? Oh, their secondary. In case that was anybody's concern. Their secondary gave up like a 50-yard pass last game. And that was special to me because I love the connection that Lamb and Prescott have been building over these last 2 games. I mean, I know the connection is already there, formulated, but we really saw it coming to fruition this last game. these last 2 games. And if the Giants secondary is struggling as they have been in the game where coming up where we played them, then that could be also, open field for Dak and Lamb connection.
And I appreciate your John's rundown. And the best thing is she did it quick.
I'm trying to get y'all in y'all beds next to whoever may or may not be turning the phone over.
Yeah, man. And let's be honest, y'all. Did we? Man, I ain't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. The Giants is a hard team to break down. It's boring to break them down. Just keeping it real. Like I don't want to get on that. Let's get back to this content.
It's exciting for them.
What'd you say?
I said there's some excitement for them. Saquon Barkley.
It's also some things if we talk about the Giants. I know we getting a little bit off topic, but the Giants is also an opportunity to give other guys opportunities that we ain't been seeing. You know what I mean? Yes. Let's not act like we haven't done that before, because somebody will say, "Boss, come on now, you got to take every team serious." Let's not forget.
Not taking them serious.
And we taking them serious. But let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. That's real. Let's not forget that last year we was playing with cornerback 2 in real life games. You remember that, Candy?
Yep.
This is that time to do that. You can't have Jordan Lewis play like that and then you don't see nothing. You don't try no competition.
No real time.
So y'all showed us last year that you willing to have some competition to where the field is. I want to see that versus the Giants. I want to see Evans. Hold on real quick. Wait. Since we talking about that, let me get to this last topic real quick. Let me take off my shades. All right, here we go. Nah, man, I had to take off my shades. All right, here we go. I feel like we cooking pretty good today, Candy. I think we cooking. I think we got some good meals we serving. But listen.
Speaking of trying, though, do you think they've done a good job of kind of masking not having Leighton Vander Esch in the lineup?
Yeah, that's exceeded my expectations, and that's the whole thing. Like, it all goes to, okay, what were your expectations for Marquise Bell? There's people that cover this team that will tell you that, I knew Marquise Bell would be able to step into that role, and that's fine. I did. I needed to see it. And so far up to this point, he's exceeded my expectation. Now, you would want Leighton back,
sure,
just because that is a position that needs some help depth-wise, but
he said that's some position that needs some help depth-wise. So if you saying it like that, it's saying it to me, Candy, it should be pretty clear that we shouldn't see LVE at linebacker anymore. And I also want to say something real quick. Huh?
No, go ahead.
I also want to say that this is proof that last year LVE got credit for who really helped him. Because, see, remember, Hankins went down at the same time LVE went down. But what did everybody start saying? You see how the defense went to hell without LVE? We need LVE. And then all of a sudden, Hankins come back in the playoffs with LVE, and then what people say, LVE had a great game. But ain't it funny? You got Hankins playing with Bell. Oh, wow. Isn't it funny when you put and then keep this in mind, he is still an undersized linebacker. This came from Kelly K9. He say Dan Quinn has done an outstanding job putting players in position to succeed. All right. And this came from Marcus Mosher, who also was on the show before. He said Marquise Bell is officially PFF's #1 graded linebacker after 8 weeks. Oh, okay. So that tells me that LVE was getting way too much credit for what Hankins was doing in front of him. Oh yeah. See, we go tell the truth today. Listen, I'm speaking my mind. I'm not with it today. All you people that like to hang on and just fabricate LVE success, stop, because I'm speaking my mind against it.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
So this is a test. Are you really for the Dallas Cowboys or are you for your pet cats?
What?
You heard me.
You know how I feel about LV.
How you feel?
I'm sure that he's a great player for some teams, just not the Cowboys. I don't know how he's lasted this long with the Cowboys. Everyone else has been switched, moved around, cut, and here he is still standing.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, it's some people out there, they really love them some LV. It is some people, great. They so goofy about it was our fans that were saying in the offseason, why would we go after Bobby Wagner when LV is just, it was our goofy fans saying that.
You know what? But
don't
he's
do
not
it.
A terrible player. He's not a terrible player. He's just overrated.
Yeah.
On the Cowboys. Like he gets all of the credit. He's been getting all of the credit every season.
Every season.
You know
this deep. We need LVE because he got to line people up. You know, everybody out there some dumb monkeys. So we got to have LVE out there to line them monkeys up.
When Jalen Smith was here, they were ready to just put Jalen Smith out to the dogs for LVE.
Oh.
Drastic change. I'm like, if you cut Jalen Smith, you better cut LVE too.
Oh, Candy, I love you now. Hey, man. Candy, that's my... Y'all clap it up for Candy. I've been banging on Candy. I'm sorry for banging on you. I'm so sorry. So you don't accept my apology? No. It's cool. Life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. It's cool. But let me play this because I got to play a little bit more of this. Just a little bit more. Listen.
You would want Leighton back.
Sure.
Just because that is a position that needs some help depth-wise. But I think Bell has exceeded expectations up to this point. But again, there's not enough depth at linebacker for me to sit there and say, oh, well, they're good. They don't need Leighton back. But and that whole thing, I mean, just listen to Stephen Jones when he's been on your guys' station talking about Leighton. It just doesn't sound good for, his potential return anytime soon, if at all, this season. And without him, you still need some other linebackers to step up. But no, Bell for sure has exceeded my expectations.
It's John Machota here with you on The Fan now.
Ain't nobody gonna say it. I'm gonna be the only one to say it. Put LVE down. You know how goofy, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Candy, isn't it funny? Remember we was putting that heat on LVE after Arizona? Me, you, and Tuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then they fired Harper because we was all talking about, oh yeah, it's time for Harper.
After. It was the next day.
It was the next day. So us and a whole lot of people were saying, okay, after Arizona, it's clear it's time for some other guys to get some reps.
LVE his nickname is Mr. Untouchable.
Yeah, but see, this is going back into what I've been saying.
Yeah.
And see, a lot of people boss, shut up. You're too negative, boss. I want you to be positive, boss. Boss, I want you to be positive, boss. Come on now. Come on, boss. Come on, Candy. We want positivity. Listen, if you don't call out this BS, you gonna be happy right now, mad later.
What?
I said, if we don't call out the BS that's holding us back, we gonna be happy right now during the regular season and we gonna be mad later, likely in the playoffs. Cause I just don't see no way that you gonna win it all with these games. And see, let me show y'all, man.
I feel like we're progressing.
We're what?
Progressing.
Yeah, we are. I do agree with that. It's
I feel
ugly,
like
but we getting better. I agree.
The right direction.
I agree.
We're starting to get our wheels turning, starting to get, in a rhythm of things. But I don't want to overspeak because, sometimes when we move forward 10 steps, take 15 back. So I'm just going to go with the flow.
Let me show y'all something real quick. And then we go take some calls and get up out of here. Man, people, I swear, man, LVE got more support than Joe Biden and Trump combined. Man, he needs to run for president because the goofy stuff that people say to defend LVE never makes sense. Look at this. So hold on, let me show this real quick. So Cowboys explored linebacker trades, did not pursue running back at deadline, right? But then I'm reading this article. Check this out. It said the Cowboys are without 2 expected dogs on the defensive second level. Weeks before losing Van Der Esch, the team saw third-round pick DeMarvion Overshawn suffer an ACL tear. Okay. But see, look at this bullshit. Somebody said Van Der Esch's injury applied some pressure on the 2022 fifth-round pick, Damone Clark. No, it didn't. Whom the team moved into the starting lineup after resigning Anthony Barr. Clark leads the Cowboys. Listen, Damone Clark is lead. So how did it apply pressure? It really showing that LVE was always underperforming. It's no pressure because the guy that you said applied the pressure is the leading candidate. Man, come on, man. Let's go and take some calls.
Freestyle with Boss Candy.
Hold on real quick. Let's take some calls, man.
We shouldn't have ended it with LVE. That made you mad.
Hold on. Let me do this again.
Freestyle with Boss Candy.
Call in.
Oh, man. I done messed up the whole show.
Hello?
Oh, here we go. Let me do it again. This pissed me off. I gotta do it again. Let's go.
Freestyle with Boss Candy.
Yeah,
Call in.
I had to fix that.
I was like, you really crashed this.
I had to fix that.
Hello?
Let's go. All right. Now, I done told y'all to call in. I done told y'all to call in and I ain't had a phone hooked up, man. Listen, I be doing some BS.
And the number's not up.
And the number not up, man. Let's go. All right, here we go. So listen, my production go get better, y'all. Y'all just be patient with your boy, man. It's Candy fault. It's Candy fault.
Oh, and I just gave you a compliment. Scratch that.
Yeah, I don't care about your compliment. All right, here we go.
I don't care that you don't care about my compliment.
Yeah, you do. All right, here we go. So they already in the building. My boy Chris 214. Chris 214 gonna come in the building every time. Yeah, all right, we got Chris 214. See, he already got the number locked. See, some people be like, boss got favorites. Yeah, I actually do. But I like it when you work smart. So we got the number right there. We go let Chris 214 is already in the building, man. I see you, Chris 214. Chris 214 is already in the building, man. So y'all call in. All right. I'm gonna count to, what should I count to, Candy?
10.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9.
DS. All right, I'm locking these phones. Watch somebody come in and say, boss, the phones are locked. You was late to the show, dog.
Too late. You're going to bed.
All right, here we go. 817, you live.
All right, boss. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see where I want to start at. So me personally,
hold on.
You talked about this before.
What's your name?
Deshaun.
All right. What's up, Deshaun?
It's just this organization is irritating. Like, so tell me why exactly when we lose, Jerry want to pick up the phone and start calling people now, like, oh, well, you know what? I need to start fixing stuff. When we could have been done this, we're so reactionary based. And me personally, boss, I think it's a Dak Prescott with McClay problem. That's me personally.
You say what?
Because
say that again.
It's a Dak Prescott and Will McClay problem, meaning they always say Jerry Jones' ass.
Oh!
You
right.
Hold on, I'm a spicy. So every time they get into a predicament, what happens? Dak does a 374-yard game. And so what happens is
this call is
now,
killing it. Too much. I can't handle it no more. I can't handle this level of truth. Go ahead, bro.
So so
you can't handle the truth.
Like, you know, when it's time to Jerry Jones in the face of music, Dak Prescott's covering him. Will McClay is too, because I agree with you. Will McClay outdueled Howie so bad. He got one hand behind his back. It don't make no sense. Because, and I don't care what Eagle fans say, you can argue me down on this. If they let Will McClay actually cook, we would have blew Philly ass out.
Oh!
We would have dog walked them. And I'm so serious about that, because that's what irritated me about us. We have so many people that want to join the Dallas Cowboys as players, but we don't take the initiative to be aggressive and to match these other teams at their level. Because I'm going to tell you something. For the 28 years we have been struggling, it's never been a talent issue. It's always been a political issue.
Ooh.
And at the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is until Dak Prescott and Will McClay lead this team, there will never be no changes. Because why? Because they'll always have a finger to point at. And like you said, boss, it was first Scott. Now it's Kellen. Now it's Mike. It's going to continue to have this cycle until Jerry loses money. And I know some people have said, well, Jerry Jones going to always make his money. But boss, you know business, right?
Yeah.
So when you're selling a product, and your team, let's say the Cowboys start losing year after year in and year out. If your team is losing year in and year out, you can't sell that product. Like Jerry can sell a 12-5 season. He can continuously do that. But what Jerry cannot sell, he cannot sell a team stood up here having a bad record over consecutive seasons. Because then guess what? That means Jerry got to change. Because if Jerry don't change, that product continues to be bad. And yeah, we might talk about them, but what happens is, if for one, it makes Jerry look bad, and it makes Steven look bad.
Oh. Man, I'm locking your number in, bro. Next time you call, I'm gonna pick up and say Deshaun. Go ahead, bro. For real.
So, hey, Ken. So, it's the LVE position. We could have had Bobby Wagner, because and he talked about this. Like, Dan wanted him, and the reason why is because he's too passive. And when you're a leader of a linebacker room, you're making linebackers do what you're doing. Like, we're coming to the point where, if I'm gonna tell you this, one spoiled apple will ride the whole tree. So if your mindset and your thinking is wait, then tackle instead of hitting that hole and taking it, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have this Arizona Cardinals game where it takes off. And that's what the problem is. We don't have no dogs in it. And I agree with you with the Michael Parsons hate. I cannot stand that he's so friendly. Tad Prescott called him out on it, and everybody want to come run into Michael Parsons.
The conference has been unlocked.
You don't go out here wearing Philadelphia gear and stuff like that and trying to be helping up the enemy and stuff. Like, I get it. I know he's a Philadelphia resident, but I don't care. You're giving them power. You're giving them like that confidence that they can do and say whatever they want to say, and you're just gonna shrug your shoulder about it. Like, you have to have some type of, you have to have that mean streak in you, because if not, you're gonna get a walkover. And to this day, this will always be true. Nice job finish last, boss.
It's gonna always be true.
Because if you,
that's why I'm an asshole.
Because this is a game of football.
I don't like you, Candy. I really don't like you.
Kind of me too.
You got to. Listen, you be a nice guy if you want to. You gonna get walked on, bro. You gonna get done bad in life. Be over here. Hey, baby, I'll open your door. Baby. Be that dude if you want to.
When you don't
baby,
say, hey,
I'll
daughter,
give you the
say,
sun,
hey.
the moon, the stars, and the mountains. I'll give you the word. And then you go, boy, she gonna be. Go ahead, Deshaun.
She gonna walk all over you.
Yeah. That's Jerry.
All right, this is my
bro,
last
you know what I
point
said
on
today, Deshaun? This is what I said today, bro. The Cowboys is like a toxic relationship, bro, or toxic female, bro. That's exactly what the Cowboys is like. For real.
Yep.
That's exactly, bro. If you Amari Cooper and you over here like, I could have went to the Washington Commanders, but I'm gonna give y'all a $6 million discount because I like you. I like you, Jerry. You know what we do? That away. That away. But if you tank and say, you know what? You owed me my money. And matter of fact, I'm not even having no surgery until you pay me mine. You come at them like that. They like, oh, they gonna pull it down for you then. Oh, so why I gotta talk to you like that for you to be nice to me? But that's because you a thought. And see, you a thought. And only thoughts gotta be treated like trash to treat you good. That's thought behavior. The Dallas Cowboys are thoughts.
I agree.
Hey man, I enjoyed the hell out this call, bro. Oh man, I enjoyed the hell out this call, bro. Hey man, I got you locked in for
The
real.
conference has been locked.
I just locked it too, bro. So he was, man, y'all clap it up for the show. Should we clap it up for that Candy? I think we should. He deserves it.
That was a great call. I don't know what y'all were talking about at the end.
I
don't know what y'all were talking about at the end, but he ate it.
Oh, you didn't know what we was talking about? You did know what we was talking about. I think we got Jessica on the line. All right, Jessica, we made room for you. What's up?
Hey, what's up with Deuce Vaughn? Why he's not on the field? And why is Terence Steele out there about to get Dak killed? They stacking him left and right. He's the reason Dak had to try to get the ball in the end zone. He didn't have time to see Cooks over there open. Had Dak been able to see Cooks open, y'all don't think he would have threw it to the ball? I've been seeing a whole bunch of comments and people sitting up there saying this and that. Dak was trying to get the ball, and every time he threw a dime, the people that was complaining about not getting the ball dropped the football instead of holding on to it, hit him dead in the face, in the chest, dropping balls. So how do y'all expect Dak to make it happen when his people, the receivers, are not even holding on to the ball when he give them a dime? And I'm sick of them. I always want to blame Dak for everything. They've been hating on this man ever since Romo got hurt and went down. And when Dak stepped up, now everybody was crying. We need a QB, a decent backup QB. And the boy didn't get out there and act like he was just a backup. He got out there and he did his thing. And he earned that job. So give that man his props and his respect. Let me tell you something. I got a meme. It say you got two things, two choices. Either you root for the Cowboys or be quiet. Because Dak ball, and he is a baller. If they let Dak do him, he can be him. But he gotta have his wall. He gotta have people to protect him from getting sacked. He can't do nothing if he got to be out there running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Come on now.
Yeah.
Stop saying all this foolishness, people. They watch football just so they can criticize the man. They're not watching to watch our team and see how good they are. And
the conference has been unlocked.
To watch just to criticize and critique the whole team or who they feel like ain't doing what they want them to do. A quarterback can't do it by itself. It's going to be a team sport. So they lost as a team or they win as a team. And they need to get Deuce Vaughn involved. They need to, like I said, mix Turpin up in there like they did more than just one because Michael Gallup ain't it. I'm sorry.
Good call, Jessica. Can't add nothing to that. Appreciate it. Fantastic call. Thank you, Jessica. That was Jessica, man.
I'm locked in for this.
Hey, I got you locked in too. She's locked in.
The conference has been locked.
As Jessica. So we just let Miss Lockhart in the building because all you got to do is ask Miss Lockhart and it will be granted to you. You are live, Miss Lockhart.
Hi, Boss. Hi, Candy.
What's up?
Boss.
What's up?
You
I can
hear
hear you. Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I got one issue.
What's that?
I want to know what makes, yes, I want to know what makes Michael Gallup a number 2 wide receiver.
He not. He
exactly. He's never been a number 2.
Yeah. It's we forcing it. You know what I mean? It's that, you know. And see, Miss Lockhart.
Yes.
This is, you know, and people really get frustrated because I call out the politics. They be, boss, be positive, boss, man. Bro, do you want to win or not? If you want to win, you call out this BS.
Correct.
And you know what the worst part, Miss Lockhart? If we play less politics, we would likely get better performance out of the guys that we play politics for. So let me give you an example. What did Michael Gallup do early in the game? He dropped the ball. Then they put him on the bench. They put him on the bench. They put Tolbert in there. When Michael Gallup was reinserted back into the game, he was all of a sudden balling. He was all of a sudden trying to jump over people's heads to try to, you know why? Because that competition let him know he wasn't safe. So he actually played better when you benched him. That's why you got to keep competition fresh and first. I'm sorry to, you know.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So now, Miss Lockhart, I don't know. But let's just stay on it, Ms. Lockhart. And listen, y'all clap it up for Ms. Lockhart because she is the number one person to keep order. When there are people burning us on the likes, she never allows it. She never allows it. She's not by herself, but she's definitely one of the best for sure at keeping this train running smooth. Thank you so much.
You welcome.
All right, y'all. That was
Thank
Miss
you,
Lock.
Bob.
Oh man, thank you. And I mean that. And listen, all you gotta say, if I open up these phones, say, boss, open up the phones. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna open them right back up because you asked. All right, Miss Lockhart.
You.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye. Woo. Hey.
Y'all, I'm not ignoring you. You just can't hear me. So I'm over here waving when y'all speak.
Yeah. You better say that.
Because you didn't say it. I don't want people to think I'm not saying hey back. I'm speaking and smiling. You just can't hear me.
Oh, hold on real quick. This is a good question. This is a very good question. And you're not lame for this either. This for you, Candy.
At Candy's locker room. If you see it scrolling at the bottom, I don't know if you can see it now, but on Twitter, at Candy Lamb, on YouTube, at Candy's Locker Room, and Instagram.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah,
I saw
man.
something, so I'll drop, I guess, my YouTube link.
Yeah, put it in
Maybe
the
that's-
chat. Put in the chat. All right, we got 2 more calls. All right. 917, you are live.
Yeah, hey, what's going on, boss? First, let me give the flowers to the king and queen of the show, Candy, and boss, y'all do your thing. This is TJ on the waves, known as Fresh King 36 and Wealthy Cowboy.
Fresh King, I'm locking you in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good look. So first, I want to talk about the politics. I love that y'all started talking about that. So if politics don't play a part, LVE does not get back on the field for Bell.
Right.
That's number one.
That's number one.
Like that can't happen.
It can't.
I feel like if politics stayed out of it, then Ken would have played matchups, especially for that Eagles game. There's no reason why we should have had J. Lou guarding Dallas guarded at all in that game. We definitely should have had used Wanye, Izzy, somebody else better. We need to play our matchups. We need to start having Sam Williams in there about 40 to 50 snaps per game. Like, he's an impact player. Like, we're not using the people that we have. Like, it's so frustrating watching it sometimes.
It is.
So frustrating.
It is. But see, Fresh.
Because it's like.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Because it's like we saw how Dak took Tony Romo's spot, and we, soared from there. So we learned from that in our number one position of quarterback. Why are we not following suit in every other position that we have? Wide receiver, running back, alike.
Fresh. And that's why we gotta move as a unit. You with me?
Yes, sir.
We gotta move as a unit. Because we saw John Machota just say, based on the noise, we go likely see Cook get his reps. So what's the key to change in front office? Noise.
Yep. So it happened with CD. I think Cooks is about to have a monster game against the Giants. Can't wait to see.
Me too.
I'm definitely putting my FanDuel bets in lock. 100 yards anytime CD is locked.
Facts. Yeah, Fresh. Facts. Yeah, man. This will be the game to bet. And then when he ball out, the sad thing is they gonna still under target him later because they did Amari like that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yep. And I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
They do enough just to calm the fan base down to get us like, okay, we're back on the right track, and then they go back to doing the mediocre stuff again and these trick plays.
Bull
like,
crap. But see, listen, y'all. Fresh. You know where you get the real? You get it from Boss Candy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And like that's why I say people that's really listening to this type of content, you can't just listen. You can't even just hit the like. You should hit the like. You should share it. You know what I mean? Put this out there because they said because of the noise, we go see Cook. But what if we made no noise? What if it was no noise? What if it was no noise by the media? What if it was no noise from the fans? What would have happened with CeeDee Lamb?
Yep, he would have been underutilized because they're trying to, underpay him.
Yep. So that's why I say, man, our voice matter. But I think, to be honest, though, we still don't work hard enough as fans. We don't.
I agree.
It should be way more shares than what we currently have on Boss Cowboy Sports and Candy. It's just not enough because that's saying we not active. But man, what else you got, big dog?
I agree. Outside of that, I mean, I definitely like how our offense is moving. I definitely love the signing of Martavis Bryant. I liked him back when he was on the Steelers, but AB, he was cooking. For us, I think he gives Dak a big body in the red zone to target, for one, to throw it up to. Also good on the, if they want to run those pick plays, I would love a player like that to go to him instead of, Shoemaker.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dak's been cooking. To me, I have no complaints. He's starting to look like he did pre that ankle injury. So I'm happy to see where Dak is looking. Our Shotty got to get this running game. He got to get this thing cooking. I don't understand why Malik Davis is still on the, I guess, use my language, I don't want to curse, but he on the ish list. I'm gonna do that. Yeah,
appreciate it.
I don't understand why he's not getting burned because he was really good at running the A and B gaps. He was like a little hybrid of both Zeke and Pollard back when we was using him. So why not have him now? We brought him back obviously when he was on a practice squad and elevated him. So use him. Frustrated.
Yeah, I do got my boy say hold on real quick. Hold on. I put it like this, man. Malik Davis, I say, he struggled with blocking. That's gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? So we might not even see him the next year.
Need to be in for
I want to see Rico.
Like,
but even before we talk about Malik, I want to see more
absolutely.
Rico. So
listen, Rico and Hunter should be purely used for A and B run gap schemes and keep Pollard for our C gap outside runs. You know what I mean? And he can do our little swing passes. That's it. A B gap, keep that Rico all day. He got action now. He's active run up there. He pushes piles. I like Rico.
My boy, man. Man. But appreciate the call. I appreciate the call.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hold on. One. Oh, Candy, you only got 15% on your better. 10%. All right, we go wrap it up.
It isn't working.
I just saw your message. Chris, 214.
What's going on, boss? What's up, Candy?
Chilling on it.
Yeah, so hey, I'm gonna be fast, man. But I just wanted to speak about this Gallup and Martavius Bryant thing. Let's start out with Gallup. Who in the hell on the opposing team is going to waste? Oh man, I sound so disrespectful right now. But who in the hell on the opposing team is going to waste your number 2 cornerback on Michael Gallup? And we trying to make him the number 2 wideout. Like, who in their right mind is doing that? I mean, now, don't get me wrong. Like, I know it happens from time to time, but when teams, when they look at us, it's Lamb.
Yep.
It's Cooks.
Yep.
They're not even worried about Gallup.
Nope.
I'm sorry. They're not worrying about Gallup.
And never
They're not
was.
Gonna put their. Yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like,
it
my
really
question is, yeah.
It really is. It's ridiculous.
But,
so
yeah, and my question about Bryant, is this like get better now, or is this like some stuff for like next year, in your opinion? I'm not sure if you spoke about that because I came into the show late.
Let me go ahead and address that. So, because Candy got 10 minutes on the phone. That's a good question.
Okay.
Appreciate that, Chris.
All right, bro.
That was Chris 214. So, I don't trust the Bryant signing. I trust Will McClay because Will McClay is so good at cleaning up the mess that front office will make. That the only reason I like the Bryant signing is because the reports are that Will McClay was aggressively behind this. But this honestly has the feeling of a shut up signing. Because what was everybody mad about? The Cowboys didn't do nothing at the trade deadline. They're not aggressive. So that's like, okay, well, let's go get a name so they can shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, why would we believe they go do something with Brian and you ain't doing nothing with Cook?
Cooks, yep.
We look goofy, Candy.
That didn't make sense to me either.
Yeah.
It was a position that we're not necessarily needy at.
Right.
So I didn't quite understand the urgency of signing a wide receiver over a running back. I wanted a running back.
It was a shut up signing. It was y'all shut up. All right, so y'all know what that is when y'all hear that. So, Candy, you got any final words?
Why are you laughing? Final words? Looking forward to the Giants game. Just because, well, I'm not going to see it. It's going to be easy. No game will be easy, but I'm looking forward to seeing what our offense is going to do this game, what our defense is going to do. If it regressed like, the comment said earlier, or if our defense is in a good position, I think we are. And I want to see some of those other players get shots, like you said, boss. I want to see what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what's going to happen down the line. We may need those backup players in some occasions, and I do think that they should get the practice in this game, especially if we get ahead by as much as we did the last time we faced the Giants. So I'm looking forward to the Giants game. I feel like it's going to be more of a showcase.
Yeah. And my final words would be, I really, really, Candy, wanted to just enjoy the season. I didn't really want to work, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't want to do content about politics and favoritism. I wanted this year to be about the talent, the matchups, how to beat the opponent. But we right back talking about the same old, man. And it don't feel good. I feel played.
I think we'll get past it.
You think we gonna get past it?
Something's brewing.
Yeah. It's possible. But I don't feel good. Just being honest, because I don't feel like we are responding with enough humility after this loss.
Yeah.
Candy, if your boyfriend is still putting his phone up when you come into the room, why would you think he changed?
Oh, boyfriend. Oh, hypothetically.
It's a metaphor. You see what I'm saying?
Wait, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's my metaphor from before. Y'all remember when I was talking about why would you trust, or when your girl is playing games or your guy's playing games, what do? You just ask them in a polite tone.
They flip the script.
Baby, why every time I come in the room you put your phone up? See, you don't trust me. Why are you talking to me like that? I'm out of here. I'm just sick of this. I've had enough. Then she leave with her phone.
You're theatrics.
You ain't changed.
We'll see. Time will tell.
See, I'm gonna tell you when they changed. They've changed when they apologize sincerely and have different actions. You see what I'm saying? So if I come in and your boyfriend done put his phone up and you say, why you put your phone up? And you say, you know what? I've been having some temptations, but I need to stop because you're a good woman. And I am gonna stop. Matter of fact, here's my phone, baby. You can go through.
I don't know if you're an actor or what. Good job, boss.
You like that? You like that? You would believe that? You would have failed for it.
The Cowboys.
You would have failed for that pimping.
No, I said it was good acting.
Yeah, sneaky. Yeah, I don't sense change with you keep putting your phone under your pillow. You being defensive when they ask about Cooks. You being defensive when they ask about Rico and Pollard. It's too much. Yeah. Until I see true humility, I don't trust them. That's my final words.
Well, you don't trust them. I'm optimistic. We'll see.
All right.
Drop purple hearts in the chat.
Throw them purple hearts. Put your phone up.